Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel ExcelVBA Expert. In today's video, we are going to understand about the closing balance month and closing balance quarter in Power BI. So this is the first video which I am going to upload on my YouTube channel of Power BI. And here I have found in these two functions, in these two decks in Power BI, we do get a lot of the problems. Sometimes it does not work, okay, and there are some problems why it doesn't work. So that is something which we are going to learn in today's video. So here the problem is not to understanding about the text. It's all about that how we are going to implement the function in the Power BI itself. So here in the closing balance month, what does it mean first? So closing balance month, for example, you are having the data from 1st of Jan till 31st of December. So your end of month will be December. So closing balance month will be your always, you will get the balance of your last month. So now the question is, the balance will be of the last month of or entire month or of the last date of the month. For example, here I am going to show you the two examples. Okay, here you look. So the closing balance month, here you can look, I do have some dates, 1st Jan, 2nd Feb, 13th of September, December and 31st of December. When you are implementing closing balance month, I'm talking about month. So here we are having the last month as the two dates. For example, you are having the 12, okay, on 13th, 30th of December, and on 31st of December 24, you are having 33. So whenever you are using closing balance month, so in that case you will get the sum of this value, only this value, not of this sum. This is something which we have to understand, okay? And same for the quarter. So in the quarter, what happens? For example, you are having from 1st Jan to 31st of December. So here you will get the last. Here you will get the last. The sales of the quarter. For example, you are having from 1st to March, we are having one quarter. So on 31st of March, we are having 43. So it does not mean that you will get the sum of these two values. From 1st Jan till 31st of December, you will always get the value. Okay, your always, the closing balance quarter will return you the value of 43, not the sum of all the values that you are having from 1st Jan till 31st of December. That is something one, okay? Then similarly, if you will go for the another quarter, so from the March, your next quarter will be obviously June. So you're in the June that you are having three sales. For example, 3rd of June, 25th of June, 30th of June, right? So here you are not going to get the sum of these three, the dates, not 68. If you will look at on the bottom right side, so it is showing me the 68, you will always get the value of 33. That is something that this is how it works. So far for the practice purpose, what happens, what people does, okay, let me open the Power BI first so that I will explain in a better way. I'm opening the Power BI in front of you. It is getting open. And blank report. So what happened, especially students who all are learning, so they first load this data. Okay, they load the data. And financial. Okay, this is the data which we do get by default in Power BI itself. So here we are having this table. Okay, let me show you the table as well. The data is being loaded. This is the table we are having, yellow. Okay, and we are having the date here. Okay, so now the three things that we have to keep in mind is that your date table should have a unique values, which means in this table, in this column, that we should always have a unique values. But in this data, we are having the duplicates dates, okay, which is not correct to implement the closing, the decks here. So let's create a one unique table of the calendar. So come on the table tools, create a new table here and write here calendar table, calendar table. So calendar, and let's take a minimum date of, the financial and the maximum date of financial. So here I will show you the problem statement as well. Okay, this is what we are having. Let's create a three columns. First for the month, let's give his month name, format, calendar table, MMM, three times. Second for quarter, new column, quarter, Q and what? Calendar table. Next for year, let's not create an year. Okay, let's do it like this. Now what I need to do is, now I'm coming here. The first thing that your table should have a unique data, which I already have written here. Your table should have a unique dates. Second, we have to connect these two tables together. So your relation should be of one to many, not many to one. Do not keep your this date and put it here. No, not like this. Your unique value is here, which means one to many, and your duplicates is here. So this means if you are dragging this date on this date, so which means one to many, unique on the many. I mean the unique value is going to be connected with the duplicates value. That is something which we call, one to many in a simple language, if I would say in the Power BI. So let's keep it and drag it here. So here you can look here. So it is saying that one to many, save. Okay. This is the second thing. And the third thing which you have to keep in your mind is that this date should be marked as the table date. Come in the table tools, mark as date table. Okay. And off it and select your column. These are the settings that you have to do in order to achieve your output correctly. Okay. Now what we are going to do is I'm going to show you something. I'm just creating this, simple table for you. Okay. Now, for example, month name is here and sales is here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a one measure. Okay. For closing balance one, closing balance month, So it is asking me to do the sum of sales. Okay. And calendar table. Great. Now if I will drag it here, so it is giving me the 11998,787, which means something, there is some issue, right? So let's drag the year as well. So we do not have a year. Let's create a year. Let's create a year here. New column, year. Calendar table, date. Now let's keep it here. Let's drag it and drag it. And year should be on top. So if we will look, in 2014, we are having the December here. So this is what is returning. The balance month is 1198787.90. This is how it is returning the value. But now if you will use the quarter here, for example, quarter, I'm using the quarter. It is giving me the sum. It is now giving me the sum. Okay. Now I'm copying and pasting for the quarter. Okay. I'm pasting for the quarter. Drag it. Now year and quarter. And for the quarter, what I'm doing is I am, for year, let's drag it on up. And remove and sales. I need to keep it on the bottom side. Okay. And remove it. Now I am having I'm having the fourth quarter in 2014 as 29758. So balance quarter should be 29758 for each quarter. These are the values I should get, right? So let's create a one new measure and put here closing balance quarter. So let's closing balance quarter, sum of sales and calendar. This is something people will understand. Okay. So I have created. Now what I'm doing is closing balance quarter is this. Now you look, what is the problem here? The problem, if you will look at, so this month value and the quarter value is coming same. What reason can be here? So here, what is the reason I'm telling you guys? So the reason is here that we do not have a date here. We do not have a date in this particular date. If you will look at in the financial one. Okay. So you do not have any sales on end of the date of any month. If you will come, so you will always look, you are having the first of every month. You do not have a date, okay, which can be 25, 24, 31st or end of the date. You do not have any sales on end of date of each month. If you will look at, this is why the balance, I mean closing balance dexes are not working here. So let's do one thing. I am already having one data. Okay, I'm keeping the same data here. For example, I'm having this data, financial data. Okay, I'm loading. So this is the date. This is the same data. Only I have changed the date. Date I have kept here of, Feb, April, and so on. So now let's load this data here. Okay, I'm loading this data here. I'm creating one more sheet here, and not more sheet. What I can do is I am deleting this financial one. Okay, I'm deleting this financial one because I don't need it anymore. Delete from the model. Yes. Okay, great. Nothing is working so far. It's all right. Now let's load the data. Excel, come here, financial data, and load it. Financial table is here. Load it. Okay, after loading, now we are having this data. Now what we can do, we can simply come here in financial, and we have to look at, this calendar table. Okay, min and max. Financials, the spelling is correct. Absolutely. Everything is working fine. Connection might have got broken. So let's connect it. Let's keep it here and drag it here. So again, one to many, save it. Okay. Now again, we have connected our tables together. Now go back to the report view and refresh it. Refresh it. Now it is not working so far. Okay. Let's click here and remove this one. Okay. Now sales, you have to drag, just remove it. Sales, drag the sales, and closing balance month. I'm not changing any calculation in the DEX function. Okay, closing balance month I'm keeping. And sales should also be here. Let's keep it in. Now if you will come and if you will look at, so what is happening here, I'm telling you. Now it is giving me 9322. It is giving me the sales of, the sales of each month of the last date. If I will show you, okay, if I will show you in the data, let me draw the pivot. Alt NVT, enter, and date, where is the date? Date is here. Drag it, and sales is here. Okay, now what I'm doing is right clicking and group and days. Okay, days, for example, days. Now, for example, okay, here, if you will go back in the Power BI, you are having, for example, in 2025, my date is 2025 so far. Okay. So in the month of April, it is returning me 712651, and this is the sum of the entire month, and this is the value of the last date of the April. Okay. So let me show you. Come here and let's go in the April. I'm selecting here April, for example, April. Okay, and I'm coming down. So you look, this is what we are getting here. You look 712651, 712651. So we are getting the values of the last date of each month. And in this value, we are getting the sum of it. So that is something that we have to understand. If we will apply the same for the quarter, so also we will look for the quarter. So what we are doing is remove it and sales, drag it here and come here. Now if I will make it for the quarter, let's copy it and make it here for the quarter. Okay, and remove the filter first, right click and group. Instead of days, let's keep it as quarter and year. Let's quarter. So in the first quarter, what I'm getting here below, I'm getting the sum of it below. So here it is the sum, and I'm getting here 4539. Why I'm getting 4539? I will show you. So why it is happening? Just because of this is the value which we are getting 4539. This is the last quarter of the, for example, last quarter is the March. So for the March month, the last date will be your 31st of March, for example. So this is the value of 31st of March. So from 1st to 31st of March, whatever is the sum, that is the sum is here, which is coming by default. But in this particular, field, if you will go, then it is saying us that 4539, which means the last date of March, which means 31st of March. This is the sales we have made on the 31st of March. And this is something which will be applicable for all this quarter. So I will show you. I'm going down for the March. So look, 4539, 31st of March, 4539. I'm going for the second quarter. I'm going for the second quarter. Now second quarter is 2690, 30th of June. Let's see. This is what we are getting. So I hope guys this is something which are clear so far, why we sometimes do face so many problems in closing balance month, in closing balance quarter. This is the major differences and what are the things that you need to take care while implementing these DEXs. See, why I'm saying that if you will go on the Google, you will go on the YouTube, you will never find it. I'm telling you. The reason being is that I already have searched it and I faced a little problem to identify at my time. I thought, and again, when I was taking the offline classes, then I realized that that is something which needs to be, needs to be on the public so that people can, come and people can learn that why it happens. Okay. So what I will do is that I will attach the file, okay, in the Power BI file as well and DEX file as well. Not Power BI and plus my Excel file, so that you may go on the description and just download that and do the practice. Okay. Let me know if you guys have any kind of question. Okay. Thank you so much everyone for watching the video. Thanks a lot.